All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning to you. It is Wednesday, January 13th, 2021. And this morning, we're going to talk about business. It's not personal, it's just business. Or is it? We're going to talk about why business is personal, at least to me. Let's get started. It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up. All right, guys. Good morning to you. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. And this morning, we're going to talk about a topic that I think will get you guys thinking a little bit. It's going to get you dialed in. It's going to get you processing kind of what you got going on in your life. Am I doing the right thing? Am I living out the thing that I should be doing right now? Or maybe do I got some things to rethink? So this morning's title is It's Not Personal, It's Just Business. Or is it? Why business is personal to me. I'm going to talk to you guys about why business is such a personal thing to me, why I'm so passionate, why I feel like everybody should feel that way, because it is a true gift, right? To feel that passionate about what you get to do for a living. And I want you guys all to experience that. We're going to talk through why it feels that way to me. And maybe if it doesn't feel that way to you, maybe it's time to make a change, because I believe you should have that gift in your life, to have something that you enjoy doing every single day, to the point that business becomes genuinely personal to you. So I want to go back, for those people who have never, hopefully everybody here has seen the movie The Godfather, but Michael Corleone says, "It's nothing personal, Sonny. It's strictly business." I would ask you the question, is business really ever nothing personal? It is such a fine line, right? That such a blurred line between personal and business. And as I was thinking about this topic this morning, man, so many things came to my mind. I've got a list of things that I want to talk to you guys about this morning here. But first, as always, I want to say good morning to some folks. What's happening? Jared Bird, good morning to you. Chris Filippelli, Don Sankey, Mark Farelli, Derek Swank, Tabitha, good morning to you. Trudy, Lynn, Tammy, Bruce, good morning to you guys. Thank you guys for being here. So on the topic of business being personal, or maybe for some of you, you separate that out. But I believe that, a lot of people, if not all people, have a deep connection to their life's work, right? And that is the driver of really what makes business a very personal thing. It really, drives us to want to be better if it's personal, right? If you can get that personal line kind of blurred, where it's personal and business is mixed together, everything kind of blends into one just powerful life. That is the best case scenario for you, because it's the place that you are going to excel in the most if you feel that personal connection to things. Business is a way that we all make money that provides security for us, for our families, and for the families of those people that we work alongside. But in today's world, it is really something that has become a major part of our daily lives, right? It is something that in a lot of cases, we spend more time with the people that we work with than we do with our own families in a lot of cases, right? And, that's what makes it such a huge thing for you personally. It is always, in my world, it's always going to be more than just business. It's never going to be, business and personal, and there's just a clear line between the two. And I don't want it to be that way. I want my family to be part of the business, and I want the business to be part of my family, right? And I wanted to give you guys some examples to think about, like why I believe this to be true. When you look at, kind of how business is structured and how that line gets blurred, there's a couple places that you look at that are extremely clear as to how that line gets blurred. And I'll start with, thinking about employees, the people that we work alongside, or the people that work for us. Those employees, man, if you are running your business the right way, those people that you work with every day, they become like your family, right? They become brothers and sisters. There's people that I have that I do some work with that I look up to, uh, like another parent, right? Like a person that I trust for advice. That these people, whether it's employees or people that are in your circle or people that are in the same industry as you, those people become like family, and those are people that you care deeply for. That is not something that is surface level. If it is, you're probably not running a successful business, and if you are, it probably won't last the test of time, because if you don't make it personal between you and your employees, and of course there's a line there, right, of making sure that you keep it somewhat professional, but at the same time, if you don't make it personal, man, if those people don't genuinely feel like you care for them, you care for their families, you care for their children, and you're trying to do everything that you can to protect them, they probably won't stick around long, or they will be plucked by some other company and some other business owner that does care for them in that way, that cares for them that deeply. So you got employees and the people that you work around and the people in your industry, and then you have your clients, right? How many of you guys have spent time with clients to a level that you get to know them personally, right? You know their children, you know their spouses, you know their families, you know their story. And it is critical, to get to know people on that level. That is what makes work enjoyable, when you get to know people on that level. When your clients become more than just a client, they become a friend. They become, a personal asset to you. That is a massively powerful thing to have in your business, and it's the way that businesses really grow to the next level. And so when you think about that from the employee perspective, from the people in your industry, from your clients, and getting to know those people on that personal level, how can it possibly be just business? And so we have to recognize that, right? We have to understand that, it's never just business. And so when there are things happening in your business, it becomes personal, because that is your passion. That is your life's work. It is how you identify in a lot of ways, right? One of the things I wrote down this morning was our brands, our companies, the places that we work, they become an extension of who we are. That logo of the place that we work, or the place that we own in some cases, that logo represents us, and we represent it. I want you to think about that. Do you identify? I remember working in corporate America, man, and I was so proud to work for the company that I worked for, right? That logo meant something to me. And I was one of many, right? Tens of thousands of people worked at that company. But it meant something to me, and it taught me something. And the way that it became important to me was because I identified with the values and the mission of that company. I looked at that mission and those values, and I saw myself in those. And so I want you guys to think about that. If you are running a company or you're part of a company, what does your company stand for? And are you getting people in the door that work alongside of you? And are you getting customers to work with your company that believe what you believe? Because that's where passion is created, right? That's where, it goes from just business to becoming personal, becoming a passion, becoming something that you genuinely care about and want to move forward in a big way and make a huge impact, right? And that is critically important for a company to become as successful as possible, to really reach its potential. It has to have that deeper connection. It has to be something personal, above and beyond just a logo or just a company, or just a paving company. As I always say, we are not just a paving company. We are a company that's trying to make an impact, that's trying to solve major problems for our customers. We just happen to pave parking lots, right? Over the last few days, I've heard this comment several times. We are in the commodities business, right? We are in the people business. We trade commodities. We perform work on parking lots. We pave parking lots and roadways. We're actually in the people business. We just happen to pave parking lots. When you talk about the brand being an extension of who you are and that logo representing us and us representing that logo or that company, there's one thing that I always say to my employees that I think is critical for every business to be successful. And that is that the name on the front of the jersey, for those sports fans out there, the name on the front of the jersey always has to be more important than the one on the back of the jersey, meaning that the company always comes first, right? More than the individuals that make up that company. It is critical for us to have that culture within our company because the best employees and the best owners will always sacrifice themselves personally for the greater good of the business. That, friends, is another reason why business is not just business, it's personal. We sacrifice. We sacrifice our families in some cases. We sacrifice time away from our children. We sacrifice so much, right, to put ourselves in the position to become successful, to build a business that solves problems for people. And that's how money is made. Money is made when problems are solved, right? And the more personal you get in business and the more you are able to kind of bring those employees and those customers in close, the easier it gets to solve those problems because they will open up to you more. They will tell you more. They will share more details with you that makes it easier to grow your business. It makes it easier to be able to solve those problems. So I want you guys to think about this morning. If business isn't personal for you, if you're sitting here scratching your head looking at me like I'm crazy, that you don't have any of these emotions that I'm talking about or nothing that I'm saying makes sense. And that could be the case for some people. If business isn't personal for you, don't you think that you would like to feel that when you walk into a place every day? Don't you think that you would love to feel that passion, to feel that drive for something to be personal on that level for you? That you genuinely want to solve people's problems? Every single business owner that is successful over the long term is successful because they have a passion for solving people's problems, for providing a solution to a problem that they saw in the world that they knew they could solve. That's the basis of all business. The only way that you can solve problems for people is to create personal connections, right? People talk about sales in many different aspects, and I've been in sales my entire life. But I want you to think about that personal connection that it takes for you to create that bond that allows a sale to be able to be made, right? That allows a transaction to take place. That starts with trust, starts with confidence. It starts with the client, the prospect, being able to make a logical decision that you are the right company and the right person to be doing business with. And then the second part, past the logic, is the emotional trigger that happens when they trust you, when they believe in what you're doing, when they believe that you can solve their problem better than somebody else. And that, friends, is personal. It is not business. If it is only business, how many of you guys have gone to a place and you've had an interaction with a person, with a salesperson or a person that worked for a company that was strictly business? Ask yourself this question. Was that enjoyable? Was it the experience that you wanted to have? Or did you walk away from that interaction wanting more? Seeing in that business something that you could change that would make it significantly better, that would make it a better experience, that would make it easier for them to drive more revenue and profit in their business by being able to solve more problems by connecting on a deeper level with the people that they're talking to. That's why it's personal. It's not business. Business is a piece of it. But every single one of you that is in business, you are in the people business first. You are in the business of interacting with others, of gaining trust and maintaining trust, building trust, sometimes rebuilding trust if we lose that, right? If we make a mistake and we lose that, Think about that when you have challenges with your clients. Isn't it easier to rebuild that trust if there's a personal connection? And in today's world, there's so many challenges to maintaining these personal connections because companies utilize technology to advance, to build. And so how do you balance that, right? One of the things that I say inside of our company is that we want to use technology at every point that we can to increase efficiency, reduce costs, increase communication, right? Make the customer experience better. So we want to automate those things that we can. We never want to lose that old-fashioned attitude of looking people in the eye, shaking their hands, telling them the truth, and building a real relationship, a real friendship, a relationship that allows that customer to genuinely trust me, the people on our team, and to trust that brand and logo that they see. And when you do that, man, magic happens. It's unbelievable what happens, right? And that brand starts to be known for something, right? When you think about the largest brands out there, those brands did not get built because the owner and the visionary and the people within that company didn't take it personal. It got built because people had a passion for what they were doing. They connected on that level with the mission and the values of that company, and they believed in it as if it were their own. That's what it takes, guys. That's why it's never just business. It's always personal. And so when things happen in business, you have to be able to convert that, right? To take it personal, but not too personal. And to be able to convert that into something beneficial for your company. To be able to look at a customer and genuinely apologize and mean it because you care that deeply about how things work for them, about the money that they gave you to do something, and you putting that money to good use, to the best use of any company they could have chosen to do business with in your industry, right? It's personal, guys. It's not just business. And so, as Brett said here, if business isn't personal to you, you are in the wrong business. And I know a lot of people out there that don't take anything that they do personal. They go to work every day. They punch the clock. They come home, they get their paycheck, and they move on about their day, week after week after week. And listen, if that is fulfilling to you, then continue doing it by all means. I can't relate to that. If I don't have passion for what I'm doing, I'm either all in or I'm not in at all. If I don't believe in it, if I don't believe in the company, if I don't believe in the mission, if I don't believe in everything that that company stands for and the people around me stand for, I will not do it. Because that's what I want. I want to feel that passion when I'm plugged into something. I want to be able to say something and it stick, right? It be 100% true. Because I'm passionate. It's personal for me. Everybody that I do business with, I try to make a part of my life in some way, right? I try to serve them at the highest level. I try to make the experience that they have the very best. Because it's not just business, guys. It's personal. That's how you build relationships. That's how you build lifelong friendships that sometimes start in business. Sometimes I say you don't need more friends, you need more clients. And those clients will become your friends. Or those people that you work alongside, they will become your friends. They will become your family. So think about that. If you guys don't have that feeling, if you don't have that feeling that when you walk into work, you genuinely care about those people like they're your own family, maybe it's time to look somewhere else. And if you're sitting here this morning nodding your head like, man, it is time to look for somewhere else, reach out to me, man. I know a lot of people that operate in this way that I'm describing this morning, and I would love to connect you with them. If you need a new career, you need to do something new to do that you can be passionate about, man, I got a lot of buddies that are passionate people that run successful businesses that will treat you the way you deserve to be treated, and will plug you into a culture that will light you on fire every day. And that, friends, is what you deserve. That's what you deserve to wake up to every single day. I don't need an alarm clock. I wake up every day with no problems, literally before I'm supposed to wake up. I set the alarm for 4:30. I wake up at 4:23 almost every day. Why? Because it's all personal to me. I'm on a mission, and I love every single thing that I get to do every day, and I love the people that I get to do it with. And that is how I want all of you guys to feel. So if you don't feel that, reach out to me. If you don't feel that, make a decision in your life to change something. Money is never going to replace that feeling that you have when you enjoy what you do every day, when you have passion for it, when you can look at that place that you work or that you own and you can be proud of it and you have a personal connection to it. No amount of money will ever replace that. So that paycheck that you're getting, man, don't sell your soul for a paycheck. Do something you're passionate about. Do it with people that you care about. Do it with people you enjoy being around, and the rest of it will take care of itself. I promise you. I hope this message was helpful for you guys this morning. I hope you guys are off to a good start this Wednesday morning. Some of you guys are on the West Coast, man. It's bright and early out there. But I hope this message reached somebody today that needed to hear it. And I hope that for those of you who are listening, maybe it was just a good refresh on, things that are going on in your life that just kind of needed redirected. Chad Buck, good morning to you, man. He said, been doing this for years and everything Brian's saying works. I started with nothing but passion and drive, and today me and my family benefit. The friends I've made along the way have been rewarding. Yeah, it's incredible, man. And man, it is just such a gift to be surrounded by those people that have that same passion, that believe that same thing, that are on the same path. And I hope it either reached somebody that needed to hear it, or I hope it was a good reminder to you guys on how important it is to make business personal to you and to have passion for it. And maybe that passion has dwindled at some point in your life and you just needed a quick recharge. And if that's you, man, I'm glad you were here this morning. I'm glad you're listening. And if you're listening on the replay or on the podcast, I'm glad you're here, and thank you. And if you got something out of this, guys, please share it. Share it to your wall. Share it via podcast. It's on all the podcast platforms. So iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, anywhere that you can find podcasts, this is syndicated to. So if you go there, subscribe to the podcast, leave a review if you don't mind, and share it. All you have to do, they make it real easy. You just click those three little dots, hit copy link, and you can text it. You can send it in DM. You can send it anyway. But I would love it and I would appreciate it if you guys would get more people here every single morning to start their day with us. I am a believer, man, in morning routine. And I think that when we start our days off on the right foot, that our days become more productive. And for me personally, it's been something that I've experienced over the last few years. Doing this show 272 times now has started my day more effectively. It started my day on a more positive note. And I hope that it does the same for you guys. And if it does, please bring your friends, send some people my way that hopefully we can help them start their mornings a little bit better too. So until next time, guys, I will see you again tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m., same place, same time, right here on Morning Perspective. Love you guys.